Hey, welcome in everybody. I'm going to get started here in just a minute. I'll do a giveaway to begin. If you bought anything from last night's show for the first show of trade cards, they're all on their way in the mail. All the cards that I'll be selling tonight are in my shop under the auction tab, and you can pre-bid. You don't have to sit here and listen to me if you don't want to. They've all got pictures of the fronts and backs. And once I start, I'm going to go pretty fast. I'm going to rip right through them. Try for 10-second auctions. I'm just going to show them very briefly and start the time. Last night it was done in under 2 hours, I think. And I'll do some little giveaway at the end too. Tomorrow morning I'll be doing a short auction, mix of antique and old stuff. I've got some photos and a little bit of paper, some knicky-knack things and just small stuff. And then tomorrow night at 5 I will be doing military, and it'll be pins and patches and medals and paper and photos and just all sorts of military related stuff. There's nothing cataloged. If you're interested in it, you'll just have to show up and see what I have. And both of those auctions will be like all my other ones, $1 starts on everything. I've got about 2 minutes left on the timer. I'm going to give it about a minute and then pull a winner, and then I'm going to go ahead and start. If you want to look down through the auction in my shop, you can see all the cards I have tonight. I also have some buy it nows in there. And if there happen to be some that don't get bids, at the end of the show I will go back and take requests and put them up again. I think one of the cards last night, the bidding didn't, the clock didn't start right or something, and there was a few that didn't sell, and people wanted me to run them again, and I did. But I will do that at the end. I'm just going to go in numerical order 1 through 120. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull a winner. And you're going to get a little pack of new old stock veggie labels for canned food. Congratulations, Cottage. And thank you for coming. Oh, I better get my background thing. It wasn't woohoo, that's what I say when I win the giveaways. Gonna stick this there. It wasn't focusing real good last night for some reason. I guess I'll just start with it this way. Hopefully it focuses okay. All right, the first one's an A&P card with a horse jumping over a creek. I'll see if I can start it from my phone tonight. It may be very quick. And there it is, and it is running. Thank you, Busy Bee. That one's yours. And the next one is this Invincible Stoves, Best on Earth, with a little bum kid sweeping the street from Erie, PA. And it's running. Thank you, Julie. And the next one is another Invincible Stoves. This little bum has a flute. And it's running. Thanks again, Julie. And the next one is another Invincible one. This is a base burning heater. With a couple in a boat. It's got an old wood stove on the back. And this one's running. Oops. Okay, the next one is an advertising card with a puzzle on it for Durham's drugstore in Corey, PA. And this one's running. It's a puzzle. You try to get the string out or some such thing. Anything World War II. No, I'm selling Victorian trade cards like the description says. And everything that's listed in my auction is Victorian trade cards. I'm having a military show tomorrow night. It's scheduled in my other auctions. This is trade cards from the Victorian era. And the next one will be this one. Lazelle's Perfume, Persian Bouquet, and it is running. Thank you, Smiley. And number 7 is, this is kind of a cutout ad. Some sort of design academy or something advertised on the back of it. 2 little black kids sitting on a curb. And this is running. Thank you, Cottage. And this is the next one. I believe it's a little girl with a gun. From Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company. And it's running. Thank you, Smiley. Hey, Cottage, you might like this. I'm going to sell this tomorrow morning. It's rough. It's missing the pin. But it's an old horse-drawn firefighting wagon. I'm not sure where Jeffords is at. I'm not even sure where I got that. Number 9 is a Hires Root Beer trade card with a little girl. And this is running. Thank you, Smiley. And number 10 is a very nice Thompson's glove fitting corsets. A lady wearing a corset while a whole bunch of little angels attack her. And it's from a retailer in Franklin, PA. And that one is running. Very nice condition on that one. Thank you, Cottage. And number 11 is an AST company shoes card that's cut down. It's from Jamestown with two little kids painting. Thank you, Smiley. And number 12 is an Atlantic and Pacific general advertising card for teas and coffee and all sorts of stuff there in the back from Erie, PA. And it's running. Thank you, Smiley. And the next one is another A&P T card. Got some missing on the corner. Got kids on a lake. And the next one is a Brophy and McMahon One Price Clothers from Rochester, New York. And this one's running. Thank you, Cottage. And the next one's another A&P tea card. The woman drinking tea on it. And it is running. Thank you, Smiley. And the next is Spence's Patent Flexible Sole Shoes with an Alice in Wonderland looking girl. And it's running. Not sure where it's from, it just has a street address. Thank you, B. Ham. Number 17 is another A&P with birds on a branch. And this one's running. And it also has different things advertised on the back. from Erie, PA. And you go, cottage. And number 18 is another Brophy and McMahon clothiers and tailors from Rochester, New York. And this one's got flowers and some sort of exotic bird on it. Oh, thank you, B. Ham. And next one's a little girl holding a kitty. And it's running. It's from Columbus, Pennsylvania. Holly Davis agent. It's one of the ones you just bought and then you could stamp your own ad on the back of it. Thanks again, cottage. And the next one is W.H. White, North Fairmount Grocer. In a bent up corner up there. To get a cow drinking in a creek. Or a creek if you're not from Pennsylvania. And it's running. It's got a price list on the back. Not sure where it's from. Thank you, cottage. I don't know if there's any more animals or not, cottage. The pictures for this one tonight I took a month or so ago, and I didn't look through them again. Next one is Grover Cleveland of New York. It's a Hood Sarsaparilla presidential campaign card, and it's running. Nobody likes Grover Cleveland. And the next one is this one with French language on it. It's all French language. I don't speak or read French, but it's advertising something. With little kids dressed up all fancy. If you just joined us, welcome in. I'm selling Victorian trade cards tonight. And they're all cataloged in the auction section of my store. I'm just going in order, in numerical order. Thank you, Bam or Beham, or if you don't like how I abbreviate whatever your name is, just tell me what you want me to call you. Try to remember to call you whatever. And this next one is not Victorian. It's, I guess, Edwardian, 1916. It is also in French. Looks like it was some sort of tag off of something. And it's running. Looks like something about troops and colonies and campaigns and such. No idea. Thank you, Julie. The next one is for a dentist in Erie, PA. It's got little kids in a lake with toys. And it's got dental stuff on the back. Thank you, Smiley. And the next one is for a drug dealer in Kansas City. And this one's running. It's got a name written on the back in handwriting. J.A. Gallagher, druggist. Thank you, Smiley. The next one is a dentistry card. It's got daffodils and a church on it. And it was cut down. It should be taller, apparently. But it's running. Thank you, Cottage. And the next one is for a dentist in Conneaut, Ohio. Looks like a little Indian girl smoking a pipe, or I don't know what she's doing. Maybe it's not an Indian girl. I don't know. Geo Harris Dentist, Conneaut, Ohio. And it's running. Thank you, Cottage. And the next one is for Pearline Soap. Got a little kid holding a kitty. And it's running. Pretty rough on the back. It was glued in a scrapbook and ripped out. It was repaired, but it's a cute card. Thank you, Smiley. And this is another one that's got a lot of glue on the back of it. J&P Coats thread card with a girl riding a dog after a duck. A hunting scene. All sorts of stuff going on in that one. Thank you, Smiley. This next one is blank. It was also ripped out of a scrapbook at one point. A little girl with a bag of flowers. Thank you, Bam. The next one is an olivine soap card. Little kid with a bouquet. And it has a retailer from Buffalo, New York on the back. Thank you, Julie. Welcome in. If you just joined us, I'm selling Victorian trade cards, and they're all cataloged. I'm just going down the list. I'm on number 32. There's another one that was in a scrapbook for Peerless Mowers. It's got a print of Yosemite on it. Peerless Mowers and Reapers. Old farm implement one. And the next is a Larkin soap advertising card from Buffalo. Careless nurse, she's holding the baby wrong. The cop's gonna get her, I guess. Thank you, Smiley. And the next one is a Willimantic thread card with little kids riding a spool cart pulled by a little horse. Thank you, Bam. The next one is not a trade card, really. It is a ticket for a ferry ride from Iona. I think it's in New York, not the Iona in Europe, but I don't know. Bam. And the next one is a McDonald Parlor Shoe Store from Lockport, New York. And this one is running. Got a shoe with a bouquet of flowers in it. Thank you, Cottage. And the next one is for Armor Luncheon Beef. And it's running. It's unfortunate it's got that much wear to it. It's kind of a crazy card with dog and a cat and a parrot. Thank you, Black Owl. And the next one is for a pharmacist in Kansas City again. This one, little boy playing a guitar for a girl, blank on the back. Thank you, Julie. And the next one is a Metropolitan Life Insurance card with a picture of a little girl. And it is somewhat cut down as well. Thank you, Bam. And here's another Willimantic little kids being pulled by a horse on a spool. And this one is running. Thank you, Black Owl. And this is a goofy one. Something in French there. It is blank. It's probably one of the ones that you would have got, retailers would have bought and then stamped the back of. But there's no ad on it. It's a little girl dressed like a butterfly. And I think he's supposed to be a bee with a stinger. Thank you, Cottage. And number 42 is a Cowan and McGrath's boot and shoe stores in Cincinnati. A little kid with flowers, and there's a bird in a cage, and number 43 is a tiny Jenkins coffee pot brand coffee. And it's running, and it's small, very tiny. Thank you, Cottage. And the next one is a McLaren and McKinnon druggist and perfumers from Pittsburgh with a butterfly on some flowers. The back is blank. Thank you, Cottage. This next one is a Louts Brothers Acme soap from Buffalo. With two little kids kissing. Nice and bright colors. Thank you, Cottage. And the next one is a Brown's Iron Bitters tonic with Miss Langtree, the Jersey Lily on it. And it's running. Got a taped corner down there. Brown's Bitters. Thank you, Julie. These auctions always surprise me about what sells, what doesn't sell, what sells for more, and what sells for less. But I expected the bitters and the dental ones to sell much better than they have. And I expected some of the other ones to sell not as well. This is Wednesday's Child. It's Marion Glad. It's a Clark's Thread ad. The little girl skipping rope. And it is running. And the next one is Honest Long Cut Tobacco Card. With Governor Larrabee on it. And a map of Iowa on the back. Probably an insert with tobacco or cigarettes. And this one's running. And this one's a political one. It's Woodrow Wilson, so that's, I guess, post-Victorian. Earl Bechlin for Congress on the front. With the Woodrow Wilson ad on the back. And here's another Hood Sarsaparilla card with Grover Cleveland on it. Presidential campaign card. Thank you, Cottage. And This is also not really a Victorian trade card. It's got a date of 1938 on it. It's a wooden nickel, but it's a bill from Erie County, Pennsylvania. It's from the Erie County Sesquicentennial and the Erie Centennial. And cottage. And here, the next one's number 52, and it's another one that's in all French. A little kid playing I don't know, some sort of instrument. It's all in French. Thank you, Bam. And the next one is a McLaren and McKinnon druggist and perfumers from Pittsburgh. And it's running. It's got some sort of exotic looking lily on it. Blank on the back. Thank you, cottage. And number 54 is a Danforth and Company boots and shoes from Dunkirk, New York. And it's running. The back is blank. Thank you, Bam. And the next one is missing a corner. It's an Eichenlaub. Is a retailer in Erie, PA of Edwin Burt Fine Shoes. It's got little kids in a boat that's shaped like a shoe. And this one's running. And the next one is for a clothing store in Bloomington, Illinois, with little kids on it. Thank you, Bam. And number 57. And this is earlier or later than Victorian, but it's a coupon for Tender Made Donuts in Erie, PA, and it is running. Thank you, Bam. I'm not sure if the listing says this is 2 cards, but there's 2 cards here in this package, so that's what you're getting. It's number 58. 2 different Austin's Forest Flower Cologne ads. So you're getting them both. One with little kids, another one with a lady with flowers. Thank you, Bam. And the next one is a less cut down Austin's Forest Flower Cologne with the woman from Oswego, New York. And it is running. Thank you, Bam. And number 60 is a Ravengloss ad. And it's running. And it's got the same picture with a little girl and flowers that one of the other cards had earlier for something else. Thank you, Cottage. This next one is for Keeps Shirts. And it's running. It's got a lot of paste on the back of it, but it's got a neat little picture of kids fishing. And it's from New York City. It's got a printed retailer ad on the top. Thank you, Bam. And number 62 is for Dr. Melvin in Woburn, Massachusetts. Don't know why there's it must be a doll or a toy or what that is, or a tiny little girl and a big girl. And this next one is for Model Pharmacy in Kansas City. The retailer on top, a stamp there. Excuse me. And it's for Burdock Blood Bitters. And this one's running. Old medicine or remedy. Card. Thank you, Cottage. The next one's cut down some sort of baking soda, add with a cow in the front. Thank you, Cottage. And the next one is for Lydia Pinkham's vegetable compound. Another old cure or remedy card for vegetable compound and blood purifier. Number 66 is for a household sewing machine company from Providence, Rhode Island. It's got multiple pre-bids on it. And it's running. It's got some cows. Must be I don't know, it looks like they're levitating on a cloud. I think it's supposed to be a lake. Thank you, Cottage. And 67 is another soapine. And this one's got a little kid wearing a military outfit and has a sword. And it's slightly trimmed. Thank you, Black Owl. And the next one is for Murray Harness Catalog. Got a horse with a harness. I believe I've got some more of those, Cottage. If I can find them, I'll stick them in with your package when I go to mail your stuff. I believe they're very similar ones. This is for Noble Sewing Machine Company in Erie, PA. It's a girl feeding birds. And the next one is for this domestic sewing machine card. It's got a mill with a water wheel, a lady walking a kid across the bridge. Thank you, Cottage. And the next one is for household sewing machines. It's running. Little kids playing with dolls. Apparently from Bingen, PA. I don't know where that's at. Thank you, Bam. The back on this one is pretty rough. It's for standard sewing machines. It's got a little house there. And thank you, Cottage. And number 73 is for New Home Sewing Machine Company. Front's nice, the back isn't. Got a rose and a butterfly. Back's pretty pasty from being in a scrapbook. Thank you, Bam. And welcome in if you just joined us. I'm selling Victorian trade cards, and they're all cataloged. I'm just going in order. I'm on number 74. This one's for New Home Sewing Machines, and it's got a stamp on the front from a retailer in Erie, PA. And this one's running. Little girl with flowers. And thanks again, Bam. And number 75 is a white sewing machine card. And it's running, and it's got people carving their initials in a tree. The black has somebody's back has somebody's signature on it. Thank you, Julie. Hey, thank you for coming, Cottage, and thanks for your bids. The next one is a Allen and Ginter cigarette card with a raccoon on it. I don't know if the artist that drew this had never seen a raccoon, but that's really not what raccoons look like. But it's an old tobacco card, and it's running. And this is another tobacco card. Cape Victoria Hassan cork tip cigarettes. Oops. And this one's running. And number 78 is Chico Chips. Little kid fishing on a dock. An old chewing gum advertising card. And the next one is a boraxine. It's a Larkin soap card from Buffalo, New York, with a girl and a cat. Thank you, RMA. The next one is a men's clothing store, apparently. Tag Brothers. Got a date of 1881 on it. And this is number 80, and it is running. The next one is a Swally and Warfels soaps from Erie, Pennsylvania, with a boat on it and a sunset. The next is a JB Sweeting. Not sure where it's from. Hats and bonnet advertising card with some roses on it. Thank you, Ben. Number 83, it's a Baird & Company hats, caps, boots, and shoes. It's also from a state street that I don't know where it is at. And this one's running. next one is a sample card. It's an advertising card. An advertising card. Thank you, bam. There's some Victorian calling cards I'll be selling in the morning, my morning show. And some of those are samples like that some of them aren't, some of them have names in them, but some of them are samples of different calling cards you could buy. And the next one is this one with a little kid with kitties. And it's in some, looks like Spanish, from Cleveland, Ohio. Thank you, Black Cow. Susie, I'm just going in order. If you're putting numbers up for me to run, I'm just doing 10-second auctions, moving through them real quick. And we're on 86, so we'll be at number 94 real quick. This is the Eldridge B sewing machine card. It leads the world. Got a bored looking woman on a bench wishing she had a sewing machine. Thank you, DMR. This is a very thin paper one. It's for Logan Gregg Company in Pittsburgh. It's a graniteware or enamelware card. And it's running. It's got a small ad right there. It took me a while to figure out what that was. And number 88 is a Fairbanks scale. From 1876. A guy weighing a big heavy barrel. Julie. And the next one is for an ice cream freezer with a little girl with a big hat on the front. It's for the White Mountain freezer, like it's trimmed down. An old hand crank ice cream maker. Thank you, DMR. And the next one is for a hotel in Erie. Kind of like a calling card. little kids on it. This one's running. This is another tobacco card. Flags of the World Series. This is Danish West Indies. Which when I get to the end, I'm gonna do a giveaway, and then after the giveaway, I will take requests for any that people want me to run again. There was 100. I got 120 of them listed, and we're on 92. The next one is James Piles Pearline Soap, with a kid gonna feed a crawdad to a dog or something. In back's got some staining. Thank you, DMR. And here's a different Chico Chips. An old chewing gum one. A kid playing leapfrog with an ugly dog. Chew that after your meal and you'll be very healthy, apparently. Thank you, DMR. This next one's pretty goofy. Got some pre-bids on it. It's Captured by the Dude. The lady with being escorted by a giant ostrich wearing a suit. Champion harness ad. And this one's running. It's got a retailer stamp that's really hard to make out on the back. Thank you, Susie. And number 95 is Halbert Star Remedy for curing all your intestinal issues. Got a print of a mountain on it. Kidney, liver, and stomach cure. Thank you, Julie. And the next one is New Home Sewing Machine Company, New Home Dream. And it's running. Everybody's outside having fun in the snow, and she's just dreaming about sewing machines. Thank you, Susie. And number 97 is a Frisbee's vegetable cough syrup from Bloomfield and Company in Jamestown, New York. And this next one is for an Austin's Forest Flower Cologne from Oswego, New York. And it's got a little angel girl on it with a basket of flowers and a bunch of paste on the back of it. Thank you, Susie. This is a Sarah Van Buren's Ladies Tonic Remedy medicine card, somewhere to the back. But it's got a little kid blowing bubbles. Thank you, DMR. The next one is a Burdock Blood Bitters with a little kid that drank some of the bitters and seems to be quite happy about it. It's got a stamp for a retailer in Sardinia, Ohio, and it's running. And the next one is another Piles Pearline soap. The kid with the dog and the cat and the crayfish. Another Pearline soap ad. This one with a little girl sitting there in a doorway with a dog. Thank you, Julie. And number 103 is for Garden City Wood Tag Plug Tobacco. And it's got a retailer's ad on the back from Gerard, PA. Julie. The next one is a GW Gale and Axe Long Cut Navy Tobacco Card. And this one's running. The next one is Ayers Cherry Pectoral Cough Medicine with an image of Penn's Treaty with William Penn and Native Americans. It's got a retailer stamp on the bottom from Erie, PA. And the next one is for a Clerk's Thread ad. Somebody cut out a little bit. Kid dripping a guy with an umbrella. And there's another thread one from Clerks. Got a woman teaching a kid how to walk, holding it up with yarn. Thank you, Karma. And the next one is number 108, and it's another Clark's thread ad with a bunch of children on it. Thank you, DMR. And the next one is for CR Beachling. Some sort of sewing machine ad. The kid poking its head out. It's got a retailer stamp from Erie, PA on the back. It's pasted in a scrapbook or something. Kind of part of the ad in the back that's missing. Thank you, DMR. Number 110. These cutout clerks ads. Kind of die cut. Thank you, Bam. And the next one is another clerk's die cut. Little kid playing a drum. And thanks again, Bam. The next one is a Lazelle's Persian Bouquet perfume card. Got some paste on the back. Thank you, RMA. And number 113 is a Herd Bieber and Eastern dry goods from Pittsburgh. It's got some kitties attacking a fly. And this one's running. Thank you, Carmel. And number 114 is a white sewing machines card that is black. And it's got a faded retailer stamp you can't make out on the back with some paste. That's supposed to be embroidery. A facsimile of embroidery done on a white sewing machine. I don't know how many people have done embroidery on a treadle sewing machine, but I'm guessing that's pretty difficult. Thank you, Carmel. And number 115 is by Perkins Jersey Butter Crackers. It's got a shoe with a bouquet of flowers in it. Some paste from being a scrapbook on the back. And a retailer stamp on it. Thank you, Bam. 116 is a Ridges food for all ages. With a retailer stamp from Dunkirk, New York on it, advertising all sorts of Ridges food and baby formula and such. Kids in a wagon. It's got a little tear up there. And this one's running. Bam. And this one's another Ridges food with a baby drinking out of a bottle. Thanks again, ma'am. This isn't a, I don't think this is Victorian. I think this is a little bit newer, but number 118, you're supposed to give this to somebody. Take the time to read that. And then on the back, it's how to live on $25 a week. And it's from Chick Larson in New York, New York. Kind of a novelty advertising card. You need $1.65 for wife's beer. And 50 cents for her life insurance. And $10.50 for hot tips on horses. Thank you, Bam. And number 119 is a pancake flour card. It's got Pan playing a flute. And the last one is a celluloid starch company from Connecticut card with a kid playing a violin with a pug at his feet. And this one's running. Thank you, G. Smiley. Okay, I'm going to do a giveaway. get about 30 seconds less than that to get back in here if you leave and still be in it. Give away a little stack of postcards or something. I'm going to go take a drink while this runs. When I come back, if anybody wants any of the ones that did not sell, you want me to run them again, I will. Please do not put the numbers in the thing until I come back, until after the giveaway is over. You can go check out somebody else's show, or if you got shows coming up, feel free to advertise them when the giveaway is over. You can post me the numbers of the auction numbers for the cards that you want run, and I will run them. And all the ones that did not sell are listed in the auction section, and you can scroll down through that in my little store icon down there in the bottom to look at which ones are still left. Got about another minute left. Okay, if anybody looked through the ones that in the auction are still there, and wants any put up, go ahead and put them in the chat, and I will run them in 10 seconds when this ends. Thank you, G Smiley. stack of postcards for you for the giveaway. Okay, now let me flip through them and pull out the ones that I have requests for. Number 4. I'm just going to keep them in the bags. The pictures are on the auction. And it's going to be blurry because I don't have my background thing here. Invincible Ranges. Thank you, DMR. And number 5 is the puzzle one from Durham's Drugs. And it is running. Once again, DMR. And 21 is the Grover Cleveland Sarsaparilla Presidential Campaign Card. And it's running. Thank you, DMR. And the next one is 49. It's another campaign card. Thank you, DMR. And the last one I have requested for is 47. If there's some that are on the list that you want, get your requests in now, because after this, okay, I'll do those two. This is number 47. It's the Clerk's thread card with the little girl on it. Thank you, Smiley. And number 90 is the hotel card. It's a hotel card from Erie with the little kids. Thank you, Smiley. 119. Here's the pancake flour one. And it's running. Hey, thanks, Smiley. Have a good night. You too. Um, 106. $106 is a clerk's thread card with the guy getting tripped by the thread. Thank you, Bam. Oh, thank you, Bam. For those of you that are still here, tomorrow morning I'm doing some antiques. There'll be some paper, antique smalls. It'll be a relatively short sale, less than 2 hours. And then tomorrow evening I'm doing nothing but military patches, medals, pins, ribbons, paper, photographs, stuff like that. And if you haven't followed me, follow me on here. I have a lot of paper and antique stuff, and lots of small stuff. And I always start my bids out at $1. I'm gonna go ahead and raid on over to. I guess we're gonna go to Paper Wings for those of you that are here. I thank you all and have a good night, guys.
Huge.
Thank you for the raid.
Whoa, who's raiding us? Thank you so much.
Woo-hoo.
Before Time Shop, thank you. How nice. If you see anything, go through the store and call out, throw some numbers in the chat. My co-pilot will write them down. We're just doing this lot of these tiny little books.
Oh, teeny weeny.
After we get through our regular just lots, we're going to do like lots of photographs and lots of LOT, not, lots, LOTS, lots of vintage greeting cards, whichever ones you guys want to do, or both. So anyways, they're just adorable.
Every teeny weeny.
Look at this little Easter one. And this is for all of them.
Little short. Book.
I don't know the year of them. It says Hong Kong, so I would say probably 70s maybe. Come in this little plastic container. You can bloop it away. Okay, when you're done playing with it. Excuse my co-pilot.
I'm sorry. It's tiny. I like tiny things. Bloop.
Littles. I mean, that's littles.
I don't know how much more little you can really get there.
Yeah. They're just cute.
The itty witty.
And yeah, I mean, look how tiny they are in my hands. They're just so tiny.